Are you struggling with a pornography addiction? And if so, do you believe that your problem is with pornography? You see, I've consulted and counseled with thousands of men over the last 5 years. And there's a reoccurring theme when men reach out to me seeking help with their pornography addiction. They say, Frank, if I could only get this problem with porn. We have this built into our consultation form. We have it a part of our application process. It's one of the first questions I ask when a man reaches out to me. We have to filter through applications on a daily basis. What is it that you're struggling with? What is the number one thing that's holding you back from living a life that you desire and say you want to live? And I can tell you the vast majority of these responses and answers are pornography. You see, my problem is with porn. My problem is with lusting after women. My problem is with the attractive girl at the gym, the attractive barista at the Starbucks. See, all these men are looking for the reasons outside of them as to why they have yet broken free. They have not yet broken free. You see, all these men are pointing their finger at beautiful women. They're pointing their finger at the videos on the screen. Well, they were the ones that typed in the URL to visit that site. You see, and it's interesting because these same men are the men that will go 3 months, 6 months, a year, sometimes 5 years without looking at porn. But then something happens and they see themselves sliding right back into the same place or worse than they were. This may be the case with you. You may have gone 3 months without looking at porn, but then the minute you saw it, the minute something happened and bottled up inside of you, you caught yourself in exactly that same place. And because as men, we have to realize that pornography is not our problem. When we are struggling with a pornography addiction, porn in and of itself is not the problem. You see, the addiction is a symptom of something and porn is the solution. The addiction, the compulsive behavior that we are unable to break free is a symptom of something inside of us, and porn is the solution to that same thing. And not until we begin to separate it and see it through this lens can we actually build a productive and successful plan of getting out of it. The addiction is the symptom, pornography is the solution. Now it's on us to recognize what that symptom is stemming from. What's the root of that symptom? What's the root of our addiction? What's something lacking inside of us? And it could be a multitude of things, but it's nobody else's fault. It's got nothing to do with anything outside of what's taking place in our head and in our hearts. And until we can separate that the addiction is the symptom, the porn is the solution, I feel alone. I feel rejected because I'm not confident in who I am. See, now we've recognized that it's actually lacking confidence in ourselves. So I can mask those feelings. I can give myself pleasure-seeking chemicals. I can have a release. I can escape from reality. But it wasn't until I recognized that the symptom was the lacking confidence within myself. It wasn't that I was alone. Alone made me recognize all the shortcomings that I see in myself. Being isolated, feeling rejected made me recognize that, hey, I don't see myself as worthy. The addiction is the symptom. Pornography is the solution. So what is the symptom causing us to lack? Are we lacking connection? Are we lacking sexual release? Are we lacking dopamine? Do we not feel fulfilled? Are we not attacking our goals? Do we not feel motivated? Are we not physically fit? Are we not putting ourselves into challenges on a daily basis? You see, most men that I talk to are looking for one simple answer. And here's the thing is there's not one answer that solves this for everybody. It's a series of questioning ourselves and analyzing ourselves and getting to the root. What is it that I'm struggling with? Where am I falling short and living up to my potential? Where am I lacking taking aggressive action? The addiction is the symptom. Pornography becomes the solution. And once again, until we can separate those two and see it for what it ultimately is, porn is the solution. Because if it wasn't a solution, you wouldn't keep going back to it. So what is it solving in your life? Once again, it's a series of questioning that we have to go through within ourselves. What is porn allowing us to escape from or run to? We're running away from something or we're running to something. We're running away from feelings of insecurity, of feelings of low self-esteem, of feelings of low confidence. We're running to false perception of connection, feelings of pleasure-seeking chemicals. We're running to the escape of our current reality. But porn is not the problem. And it never will be, and it never has been. For anybody that is struggling with a pornography addiction, alcohol isn't the problem for alcoholics. Drugs aren't the problem for drug addicts. Gambling isn't the problem for gambling addicts. Shopping isn't the problem for most women. Most women that struggle with shopping addictions are in unfulfilled, unhappy marriages. They're seeking attention, seeking excitement by the acquisition of material possessions. If they were in fulfilled, intimate, super connected marriages with their husbands, they wouldn't need to lose themselves in designer handbags and shoes. Shopping's not their addiction. Pornography is not your addiction. Pornography has become the solution to the other problems in your life until you recognize what those are. And that's what most men are afraid of doing, because most men don't want to tell themselves the truth. Once again, all this comes back to being rooted in truth. Are we truthful with ourselves? Are we truthful with others? Are we willing to recognize our shortcomings and do the necessary work to change? That's the most important question. Are we willing to do the work that changes us? Now, guys, we've designed a community here, a program, a course, trainings, curriculum, inside our Rebuilt Man School community, skool.com/the-real-man. It's 100% free. You can join us simply by clicking the link down there below or visiting skool.com, skool.com/the-real-man. We'd love to see you guys inside the community. We do bi-weekly trainings. We have resources in a community of men from all across the globe. But separate it. Ask yourselves, what is the addiction a symptom of? What's the root of that? And what is porn the solution to in my life? Those two questions will change your approach. It'll change your perspective, and it will empower you to actually conquer this addiction. Coach Frankie, the Real Man, we love you guys. See you in the next one.